And finally, for today's program, let's turn to Henry Hilton for a look at Adventist history.
This week, youth from various European countries, including Scandinavia, the Baltic states, and Poland, participated in an unprecedented event for 1928.
This week, we celebrate our youth as we recognize the very first Seventh-day Adventist Youth Congress, which took place from July 17 to 22 in 1928. This event took place in Chemnitz, Germany, and was organized primarily for the young people of Europe by Steen Rasmussen, who was a dynamic secretary of the Missionary Volunteer Department in the European Division. An army of Adventist youth came with banners and bands. They were heartwarmingly welcomed to the city and greeted by local and union leaders. Attendees and delegates came from Britain, Scandinavia, the Baltic states, Poland, France, and a number of other European countries. They packed and overflowed the church and held their largest gatherings in the great city hall. The Congress addressed a number of matters surrounding the advance of the Second Advent message, including evangelism, devotional life, literature, and medical missionary work. The Congress featured speakers of different nations speaking different languages, but all the same message. It is said that a spirit of devotion, of courage, and of joyfulness was felt throughout the masses as young people mingled with their leaders. One significant highlight was a grand march where participants dressed in national costumes and paraded through the streets of Chemnitz with banners and music. But the most memorable was said to be the sight of passionate young youth expressing their jubilation and lifting their voices heavenward as they marched along. The success of the first Youth Congress energized young Adventists throughout the world and sparked regional congresses since then. Today, the tradition continues with young Adventists gathering to fellowship and work together to advance the mission of the church. And that was this week in Adventist history.